Welcome to Project Beep Beep on the Average Guy's Restoration blog. The workbench is almost cleaned off. I've got 2 bottles of O'Reilly Super Synthetic .3 fluid. I went back and forth between .3 and .5. There's a lot of advantages to .5. For one, it will last forever. It doesn't hurt your paint. It's a silicone-based fluid. But inline tube, the documentation that comes with inline tube, they tell you .3. But the compressibility is different between .3 and .5. And since I have manual brakes, non-power brakes, I'm going to stay with the synthetic .3. I've got 4 old vitamin water bottles here. They've been washed out, they've been air dried. I went ahead and washed them with Simple Green and I let them air out. So each wheel will get a bottle. I'll drill a hole in here and run a bleed tube through the cap. I'll zip tie it on each end and we'll start with gravity bleed. Next video. Welcome to Project Beep Beep on the Average Guy's Restoration blog. I feel a little bit like Dr. Frankenstein here, getting ready for a transfusion. I've got my bleed bottles at every wheel cylinder. That was the rear, this is the front. And basically I zip tied the lid so the tube won't come out. Small hole drilled to purge the air. I hope Tim can edit these. I'm going to have some choppy videos, so I'll be starting and stopping and starting and stopping. And wish me luck, I have no leaks. I'm going to go back around all the fittings one more time and check my work, and then we'll add brake fluid. I'll be right back. Well, the bottles are still empty, and I don't need to go to the car. Master cylinder's back off the car. I'm not getting much resistance out of the prop rod. A little concerned about that, and I've got an email in to Dr. Diff. And I'll try bench bleeding it again. I think I'll take a video of me bench bleeding it and send it to Dr. Diff tomorrow. Not a very successful night. I gave up. Couldn't get any flow into the bottles. And pressing the pedal, I felt nothing. I don't know if I have a bad seal. But next video, we'll have more information. Wish me luck tomorrow. So, more setbacks. It seems like it's 1 step forward and 2 steps back, as they say. Traded a bunch of emails with Dr. Diff this weekend, and it looks like my new master cylinder, the front reservoir, the seal, I guess, for the front reservoir is not working. It's not pumping any fluid. Dr. Diff supports the products he sells, and Saturday morning I actually got the notice on my email that a new master cylinder is being shipped FedEx. So in the meantime, I went back and made my own bench bleeders. I want clear tubes. The bench bleeders that you buy, they're only $8 or $9, but they come with little black tubes and little plastic fittings. What I did is I took the old lines that were on the RoadRunner and cut them off, put a really good flare on them, and that plastic tube is fitting tight, and used my old Sears tubing cutter and Sears flaring tool set that I think I bought in the late 80s when I was working on my friend's duster. We were putting brakes on my friend's duster. Anyway, what I'll do with these is I will point them straight up from the master cylinder. I'll cut the tube to length and put it in the master cylinder reservoir. That way I can see which way air bubbles are going. See if the master cylinder is sucking fluid or pushing fluid. And I'll do that before I put it back on the car. Friday night I had that master cylinder off the car twice. And even though I'm getting good at it now, it's still not an easy job. My prop rod is back out. I had to take the floor jack, take the saddle off the floor jack, put an extender through the rod hole, and use the floor jack to get the prop rod out of the master cylinder. I couldn't pull it out and almost pulled the workbench over on me. So I found a tip from the Mopar A-Body forums of how to extract the rod from the master cylinder without doing any damage. You use your floor jack. Just take the saddle off of it, extender through there, pump slowly, and it popped right out. Next weekend, hopefully, I'll be back and I'll do a video start to finish of bench bleeding the master cylinder and then going back to my water bottle Frankenstein gravity bleed. And you've heard me say it before, but hopefully we'll have this car on the road next weekend. Thanks for watching.